Be me. 26 years old, average-looking guy working as a data analyst at a boring corporate job. My life consists of spreadsheets, energy drinks, and watching anime at 2 a.m. on weekdays like a total degenerate. One Thursday evening, I'm at this pretentious coffee shop downtown because my usual place is closed for renovations. The kind of place where a regular coffee costs $12 and comes with a side of judgment from the barista with a man bun. And I'm sitting in the corner with my laptop doing some freelance work to pay off my student loans that will probably outlive me. Suddenly, this absolutely gorgeous girl walks in and the entire atmosphere shifts, like someone just turned on the main character lighting. She's wearing this elegant business casual outfit that probably costs more than my entire wardrobe, has this confident walk that screams I've never experienced financial anxiety in my life. Long dark hair, perfect makeup, carrying a designer bag that I only recognize because my sister won't shut up about luxury brands on Instagram. She orders something complicated with oat milk and 3 different syrups while I'm sitting here with my basic-ass Americano. I go back to my work, assuming she's way out of my league and probably dating some investment banker named Preston or Blaine. Then she walks directly to my table. "Excuse me, is this seat taken?" I look around the coffee shop, which has like 15 empty tables. No, go ahead." She sits down across from me and pulls out her own laptop, some expensive-looking MacBook Pro that's probably the latest model. We work in silence for like 20 minutes, and I'm trying not to stare because that would be creepy. Then she closes her laptop and looks at me. I have a weird question, and I promise I'm not insane. Already this sounds like the beginning of either a great story or a police report. Should I need someone to pretend to be my boyfriend for one evening at a social club event this Saturday? I literally stopped typing mid-sentence. I'm sorry, what? I know how this sounds, but hear me out. My name is Victoria, and I'm part of this private social club for young professionals. Of course her name is Victoria. She looks like a Victoria. There's this guy, Marcus, who's been harassing me for months trying to get me to date him, and he won't take no for an answer. Have you tried telling him to piss off? Multiple times. But he's the son of one of the club's founding members, so everyone just laughs it off as him being persistent. She rolls her eyes, and I can tell she's genuinely frustrated. So I told everyone I have a boyfriend who's coming to the gala this Saturday, and now I need to produce an actual human being. This is the most ridiculous thing I've heard all week, and I once sat through a 3-hour meeting about updating the company logo font. Why me? You literally just met me. Exactly. Yet you're perfect because you're a complete stranger, which means there's no complicated history. Not sure if I should be flattered or offended by being described as perfect for being a nobody. Plus, you look like a normal guy, not like the usual peacocks at these events. Definitely offended now. What's in it for me? $500, free food and drinks at a 5-star venue, or in the satisfaction of helping someone escape a creepy situation. $500 would literally cover my car payment and insurance. What exactly would I have to do? Just show up in a suit, hold my hand occasionally, laugh at my jokes, and act like we're dating. Nothing inappropriate, I promise. I'm thinking about my bank account, which is currently crying. Fine, but I need the money up front. Deal. Here's my number. I'll text you the details. She writes her number on a napkin like we're in some rom-com from 2005. She leaves, and I'm sitting there wondering what the hell just happened. That night I tell my roommate Derek about it while we're playing Elden Ring. Bro, you're either about to get paid to attend a fancy party, or you're gonna wake up in a bathtub missing a kidney. Thanks for the reassurance, man. I'm just saying. This sounds like the plot of every thriller movie where the protagonist thinks they're helping a hot girl, but actually they're being set up for murder. Derek has watched too many true crime documentaries. Saturday comes and Victoria texts me the address, which is at this ultra-exclusive country club in the richest part of the city. The kind of place where they probably have a dress code for their dress code. She Venmos me $250 up front with a note that says, down payment. You get the rest after the event. Fair enough. I dig out my only suit, which I bought for job interviews 3 years ago, and it still fits surprisingly well. Spend an hour watching YouTube videos on how to tie a tie properly because I always forget. My roommate gives me a pep talk like I'm going into battle. Remember, if things get weird, text me the code word and I'll call with a fake emergency. What's the code word? Pineapple. Why pineapple? Because nobody casually mentions pineapples in conversation. It's the perfect code word. I love my roommate, but sometimes I question his logic. I drive to the country club, which has an actual guard at the gate checking names. Name, please? I'm with Victoria Chen. He checks his tablet and nods, opening the gate like I just passed the first level of a video game. The parking lot is full of luxury cars that cost more than my entire college education. I park my 2012 Honda Civic between a Tesla and a Mercedes, and it looks like a peasant at a royal wedding. Victoria is waiting at the entrance wearing a stunning floor-length dress that's elegant but not over the top. "You look great," she says with genuine enthusiasm. "Thanks. You too? I mean, you look beautiful. Not great. I mean, great too, but yeah, smooth as sandpaper." She laughs and links her arm through mine. "Relax. Just follow my lead and we'll be fine." We enter this massive ballroom that looks like something out of The Great Gatsby. Crystal chandeliers, live orchestra, people in formal wear holding champagne glasses and talking about things I probably can't pronounce. I immediately feel like an imposter, but Victoria is working the room like she owns the place. "Victoria, darling, so good to see you." This older woman with expensive jewelry approaches us. "Hey, Mrs. Patterson, this is my boyfriend. I'm so glad he could finally make it to one of these events." I shake Mrs. Patterson's hand, and she gives me this look like she's trying to figure out if I'm worthy. "What do you do, dear?" "I'm a data analyst, work in corporate analytics and consulting." I make it sound way more impressive than it actually is. "How lovely. And where did you two meet?" Victoria jumps in. "Coffee shop, actually. Very modern romance, Mrs. And Patterson seems satisfied with this answer and moves on to socialize with other people. "You're doing great," Victoria whispers. We grab champagne from a passing waiter, and I take a sip. It's probably the most expensive thing I've ever tasted. Then I see him. There's this guy across the room staring at Victoria with the intensity of someone who definitely doesn't understand boundaries. He's tall, conventionally attractive in that generic rich boy way, yet he's wearing a suit that probably costs more than my rent. "That's Marcus," Victoria says quietly. Marcus starts walking toward us with this confident stride that screams my dad owns a dealership. "Victoria, I was wondering when you'd arrive." He completely ignores my existence. "Marcus, this is my boyfriend." I extend my hand for a handshake. "Nice to meet you, man." He looks at my hand like I just offered him a dead fish, then reluctantly shakes it with the limpest handshake I've ever experienced. "But boyfriend? That's funny. Victoria never mentioned she was seeing anyone." "It's fairly recent," she says smoothly. Marcus looks me up and down with barely concealed disdain. "So what do you do?" "Data analytics." "Oh, how interesting." The way he says interesting makes it clear he thinks it's the opposite of interesting. "And you?" I ask, pretending to care. "I'm in private equity. Just closed a deal worth 8 figures last month." Of course, he immediately talks about money. "Cool. And I helped optimize a database query that saved my company 3 seconds of loading time." Victoria snorts, trying to hold back a laugh. Marcus is not amused. "Victoria, we should discuss the club's charity fundraiser privately." "Actually, Marcus, I'm here with my boyfriend tonight, so anything you need to discuss can be said in front of him." I can see Marcus's jaw clench. "Fine. I was hoping you'd co-chair the event with me, and it would be good for your profile." "I'll think about it." Marcus gives me one more disgusted look and walks away. "That went well," I say sarcastically. "Better than usual. Normally he just hovers around me all night." We spend the next hour mingling, and I'm actually having a decent time despite being surrounded by people who probably own boats. Victoria introduces me to various people, and I do my best to seem like I belong here. But then dinner is served, and we're seated at this table with like 6 other couples. The food is incredible, some kind of fancy chicken dish with a sauce I can't identify but tastes amazing. Across from us is this couple. The guy introduces himself as Trevor, and his girlfriend is named Jessica. "So how long have you two been together?" Jessica asks. Victoria and I make eye contact, realizing we never established a backstory. "It's 3 months," Victoria says at the same time I say 6 months. Awkward silence. "We celebrated our 3-month anniversary, but we actually started casually seeing each other 6 months ago." Victoria recovers smoothly. "Oh, how romantic. Where was your first date?" I jump in this time. "That coffee shop where we met, very low-key, just talked for hours." Victoria nods enthusiastically. "He's surprisingly easy to talk to." "Surprisingly?" I raise an eyebrow. And everyone at the table laughs, and the moment passes. Trevor starts talking about his investment portfolio, and I zone out while nodding politely. After dinner, there's dancing, and Victoria pulls me onto the dance floor. I should warn you, I'm a terrible dancer. "Just sway and don't step on my feet. You'll be fine." We start slow dancing, and honestly, it's not as awkward as I expected. She smells really good, like expensive perfume mixed with something floral. "Thank you for doing this, seriously." Marcus has been watching us all night, and he looks miserable. I glance over, and sure enough, Marcus is standing by the bar glaring at us. "Happy to help. Plus, this is definitely the fanciest event I've ever attended. Really? Not even like a wedding or something? The fanciest wedding I've been to had a cash bar and a DJ who kept playing Cupid Shuffle. She laughs, and it's a genuine laugh. Not the polite social laugh she's been doing all night. You're funny. I wasn't expecting that. Why does everyone keep saying they weren't expecting things from me? Do I look boring? No, you just seem normal, which is refreshing. Everyone here is trying so hard to be impressive. We keep dancing and talking, and I'm starting to forget this is a fake dating situation. Then the music changes to something faster, and Victoria pulls me into the crowd. I'm absolutely butchering whatever dance this is supposed to be, but she's laughing and doesn't seem to care. But Marcus appears out of nowhere and cuts in. Mind if I steal her for one dance? Before I can respond, Victoria says, actually, yes, I do mind. Marcus looks stunned, like he's never been rejected before. Victoria, don't be ridiculous. It's just one dance. I said no, Marcus. I'm here with my boyfriend, and I'd like to keep dancing with him. People are starting to stare. Marcus's face is turning red. You know what? Fine. But don't come crying to me when you realize you're dating someone so beneath you. He storms off, and I'm standing there processing what just happened. I'm sorry about that, Victoria says. Don't apologize. That guy's a dick. We leave the dance floor and head outside to the terrace because the tension inside is too much. It's a beautiful night, stars out, cool breeze, very romantic if this were an actual date. I really appreciate you putting up with all this. I know it's a lot. Honestly, this is the most interesting Saturday I've had in months. Usually I'm just at home watching videos about conspiracy theories. Like what kind of conspiracy theories? You know, important stuff like whether birds are real or if the government is hiding the fact that we can make food taste better, but Big Bland is suppressing it. She's laughing again. Birds aren't real? It's a whole thing on the internet. A very entertaining rabbit hole to go down at 3 a.m. We talk about random stuff for like 30 minutes. Just normal conversation about shows we're watching, worst jobs we've had, embarrassing moments. Turns out Victoria once tripped walking up to receive an award at a ceremony and it was caught on video. It has like 2 million views on YouTube and I can never escape it. What was the award for? Academic excellence in high school. Oh, to see this. Don't you dare. But I'm to see this. Don't you dare. But I'm already searching and find the video easily. It's incredible. She fully face plants on the stairs and the recovery is amazing. I'm trying not to laugh, but failing. Everyone has an embarrassing video. That's your internet legacy. What's yours? Oh no. There may or may not be a video of me attempting parkour in college and running directly into a wall. Show me immediately. Absolutely not. We're both laughing. And then there's this moment where we lock eyes and the energy shifts. She's standing close to me and I can't tell if this is still fake dating or something else. Before anything can happen, Trevor from dinner comes out to the terrace. Hey, you two. They're doing the raffle inside. Moment broken. We head back inside and they're drawing tickets for prizes. I didn't even know there was a raffle. Victoria whispers that everyone gets automatically entered when they check in. They call out a number and Victoria gasps. That's my number. She goes up to claim her prize and it's a weekend getaway to some resort. Congratulations! Will you be taking your lovely boyfriend? The MC gestures to me. Victoria doesn't miss a beat. Of course. Great. And now we have to continue this charade for a weekend trip. The event starts winding down around 11 p.m. and people begin leaving. Victoria and I walk to the parking lot. So, about that resort trip. You don't have to actually go. I just said that because everyone was watching. What if I want to go? She stops walking and looks at me surprised. Really? I mean, free resort weekend? Plus, we clearly get along. Unless you think that would be weird. No, it's not weird. I don't want you to feel obligated. I don't feel obligated. I genuinely had fun tonight. She smiles. Me too. Way more fun than I expected. We reach my car and she laughs when she sees it. What? Nothing. It's just very you. My reliable Honda Civic is very me. I'll take that as a compliment. She's parked a few spots down in a white BMW that looks brand new. Of course. Text me when you get home so I know you didn't get kidnapped, she says. Same to you. We hug goodbye and it lasts maybe a second longer than a normal friendly hug. I drive home feeling weird, like something shifted but I can't figure out what. Derek is still awake when I get back playing video games. How'd it go? Still have both kidneys? It was actually really fun and I made $500. Living the dream, bro. Did you kiss her? What? No, it was a fake dating thing. But did you want to? I throw a pillow at him. I'd go back to your video game. But as I'm lying in bed that night, I keep thinking about Victoria. The way she laughed at my dumb jokes, how easy it was to talk to her. That moment on the terrace. My phone buzzes. It's Victoria. Home safe. Thanks again for tonight. You were perfect. Here's the rest of your payment. She Venmos me the other $250. I text back, thanks. Let me know about the resort trip. Offer stands. She replies immediately, I will. Sleep well. I'm smiling at my phone like an idiot. Derek yells from his room, are you texting her? I can hear you giggling. I'm not giggling. You're definitely giggling. I throw another pillow through his doorway, spend the next 30 minutes scrolling through my phone before finally falling asleep. Wake up Sunday morning to a text from Victoria. Coffee later? I want to actually get to know you without having to pretend. Hell yes. We meet at a normal coffee shop, but not the pretentious one from before. She's dressed casual, jeans and a sweater, looks completely different from the elegant woman at the gala. Somehow even more attractive. So tell me about the real you, she says after we order. We spend 3 hours just talking about everything. Turns out Victoria works in marketing at a tech startup, comes from money but is trying to make her own way. She said, my parents want me to take over the family business, but I want to do something I'm actually passionate about. What's the family business? Import-export, very boring, lots of spreadsheets. Hey, I love spreadsheets. Of course you do. I tell her about my job, my hobbies, my complete lack of direction in life. I'm just kind of floating through my 20s hoping I figure it out eventually. That's so honest. That everyone I meet pretends they have it all figured out. We exchange social media, and I realize she has like 15,000 Instagram followers. You're basically internet famous. Not really. Most of them are from that video of me falling. We follow each other, and I make a mental note to delete some of my cringier posts later. When we're leaving, she brings up the resort trip again. So I looked at the dates, and it's 2 weekends from now. Are you still interested? Definitely. But I have a question. Shoot. Is this still a fake dating thing, or... She bites her lip, thinking. I honestly don't know. Can we just see where it goes? Works for me. We hug goodbye, and this time there's definitely electricity. The next 2 weeks are weird. We text constantly, funny memes, random thoughts, pictures of our food. My roommate Derek is convinced I'm catching feelings. And bro, you're on your phone every 5 minutes. I'm just being friendly. You're looking at her Instagram for the 15th time today. It's research. Research for what? I don't have an answer. Victoria invites me to a casual dinner with some of her friends from the club. Apparently word spread about her having a boyfriend and people want to meet me properly. It's at this nice restaurant, but not super fancy. More casual upscale. I meet her friends, Lisa, who works in finance, but Amanda, who's a lawyer, and David, who's in tech. They're surprisingly normal and not pretentious at all. So Victoria tells us you saved her from Marcus the Menace, Lisa says. Marcus the Menace? That's what we call him behind his back. Guy's been harassing women at the club for years, Amanda explains. Why hasn't anyone kicked him out? Because his family basically funds half the club's operations, David says with an eye roll. That's such bullshit, right? But Victoria standing up to him at the gala was legendary. People are still talking about it, Lisa adds. Victoria looks embarrassed. I should have done it sooner. Better late than never, I say. Dinner goes well, and afterwards Victoria's friends give me the approval. He's good, keep him, Amanda says while hugging Victoria goodbye. I plan to, Victoria responds. Wait, does that mean? We walk to our cars and I finally ask, so are we actually dating now? Do you want to be? I asked first. Fair. Yes, I think I do want to actually date you. Is that weird considering how we met? Definitely weird, but I'm into it. We kiss and it's perfect. Like rom-com ending perfect. Except this is just the beginning. We start officially dating and it's honestly great. She's smart, funny, calls me out on my bullshit, and genuinely seems interested in my boring life. I introduce her to Derek, who immediately tries to act cool. So you're the famous Victoria, and you're the roommate who thought I was going to harvest organs. They get along instantly, which is both good and terrifying. The resort weekend arrives and I'm nervous as hell. Pack my bag 3 times because I don't know what to bring to a fancy resort. Derek helps me pick outfits like we're in a teen movie. Bring the blue button down. It makes you look responsible. How does a shirt make me look responsible? Trust me, bro. Victoria picks me up Friday afternoon in her BMW. The resort is 2 hours away in wine country. We spend the drive listening to music and talking about everything and nothing. She reveals she's actually into anime too. Wait, you watch anime? Why do you sound so surprised? You seem too cool for anime. Nobody's too cool for anime. And I literally binge-watched Demon Slayer last month. I'm falling harder by the second. We arrive at the resort, which is absolutely stunning. It's this sprawling property with vineyards, a spa, multiple pools, and views for days. Check-in is smooth, and they upgrade us to a suite because of Victoria's club membership. The suite has a private balcony, massive bathroom, and a bed that's bigger than my room. There's also a bottle of champagne waiting with a note. Congratulations, Victoria. Enjoy your stay. We change and head to the pool where we spend the afternoon just relaxing. Victoria looks incredible in her swimsuit, and I'm trying not to stare like a creep. You're staring. I'm admiring. There's a difference. She splashes water at me. We order drinks and food by the pool. Everything tastes amazing. Later that evening, we do a wine tasting at the resort's vineyard. The sommelier is explaining different notes and flavors, and I'm pretending to understand. Do you taste the hint of blackberry? I taste alcohol, but I nod enthusiastically. Victoria whispers, "You have no idea what he's talking about, do you?" Not even a little bit. We're both trying not to laugh. After the tasting, we have dinner at the resort's fancy restaurant, the kind of place where the menu doesn't have prices, which means everything is expensive. Order whatever you want. This whole weekend is paid for, Victoria says. And I get the steak, which turns out to be the best thing I've ever eaten. We talk about our future, what we want out of life, our fears and dreams. I'm scared I'm going to wake up one day and realize I wasted my 20s working a job I hate, I admit. Then quit. Do something else. It's not that simple. I have loans, rent, responsibilities. I know, but you can't stay somewhere that makes you miserable forever. She's right, but hearing it out loud hits different. What about you? Well, what are you scared of? She thinks for a moment. Ending up like my parents, in a loveless marriage, staying together because of money and image. Is that why you haven't introduced me to them yet? She looks surprised. You noticed? Kind of hard not to. They're complicated. My mom would probably love you, but my dad is going to judge everything about you. Great. No pressure then. We laugh, but there's an underlying tension. After dinner, we walk around the resort grounds. Guess it's dark now, and they have these beautiful string lights everywhere. We find a bench overlooking the vineyards. Can I ask you something serious? She says. Sure. Do you think we're moving too fast? Honestly, maybe, but I don't care. Me neither. I've never felt this comfortable with someone so quickly. We kiss under the stars like we're in a Nicholas Sparks novel. Head back to the suite, and the night gets significantly better. After the next morning, we sleep in late and order room service for breakfast. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, fresh fruit, the works. We eat on the balcony, watching the sunrise over the vineyards. This is perfect, Victoria says. Yeah, it really is. I meant us being here together. I take her hand. I know what you meant. We spend Saturday exploring the area, visiting a few wineries, taking photos like tourists. Victoria's Instagram stories are filled with pictures of the trip. Dish, are you posting me? Is that okay? I can delete them. No, it's fine. Just weird seeing myself on Instagram with 15,000 people watching. Actually, 17,000 now. I gained followers after the gala. We laugh about how absurd all of this is. That evening, we go to the spa for a couples massage. I've never had a professional massage before, and it's simultaneously relaxing and awkward. Afterwards, we're in the relaxation room drinking cucumber water. And how was your first massage? Weird, but good. I didn't know I was that tense. You carry all your stress in your shoulders. How do you know? I can feel it when we hug. She's incredibly observant. Our last dinner at the resort is bittersweet. I don't want this weekend to end, Victoria says. Me neither, but we have real life to get back to. What if we just stayed here forever? Your BMW payment would bounce and my job would definitely fire me, she pouts. Fine, but we're coming back here for our anniversary. Deal. Sunday morning we check out and drive back to reality. The drive feels faster somehow. She drops me off at my apartment and Derek is waiting with a grin. How was the romantic getaway? Mind your business, Victoria laughs. I like him. He's nosy. That's one word for it, I say. She kisses me goodbye. See you tomorrow for dinner? Absolutely. She drives away and I'm standing there with a stupid smile on my face. Derek is dying. Bro, you are so gone for her. Shut up. You're literally glowing right now. I'm not glowing. You're glowing and it's disgusting. I'm happy for you but also disgusted. That week, everything feels different. Work doesn't seem as boring because I'm texting Victoria throughout the day. We have inside jokes now, little references that only we understand. She sends me memes at random times, and they're actually funny. We FaceTime every night before bed like we're teenagers. Derek keeps making gagging sounds in the background. Thursday evening, Victoria texts, "Can you come to dinner at my parents' place this Saturday?" Oh shit, this is the big one. Meeting the parents. I immediately panic text Derek. "Victoria invited me to meet her parents." "Bro, that's huge. You're in deep now." "What do I wear? What do I say?" "Calm down. Just be yourself and don't mention your conspiracy theory obsession." Solid advice. I text Victoria back. "Sure. But what should I bring?" "Just yourself. And maybe don't mention that we met because I hired you to fake date me." Probably smart. Spend the next 2 days obsessing over every possible scenario. What if her dad hates me? What if I say something stupid? What if they realize I'm completely out of her league? Saturday arrives too quickly. I dress in business casual, not too formal, but not too casual. Derek gives me another pep talk. "Remember, you're a catch. You're smart, employed. Imagine you make her happy." Thanks, man. Also avoid talking about religion, politics, or money. Basically avoid all interesting topics? Exactly. Victoria picks me up and she looks nervous too. Okay, so quick briefing. My mom's name is Linda. She's sweet but will ask a million questions. Got it. My dad's name is Robert. He's intense but means well. He's going to ask about your career plans. Career plans? I barely have dinner plans. Just be honest. He respects honesty. We pull up to her parents' house, which is not a house, it's a mansion. Like actual mansion with gates and a fountain in the driveway. You never mentioned you grew up in a mansion. It's just a house. Victoria, there's a fountain. She laughs nervously. We park and walk to the front door, which is massive and probably weighs more than my car. Her mom opens the door before we even knock. "Victoria, then you must be the boyfriend I've been hearing about." Linda's warm and welcoming, pulls me into a hug immediately. Come in, dinner's almost ready." The inside is even more impressive. High ceilings, art everywhere, furniture that looks antique and expensive. Her dad appears from what I assume is a home office. Robert is tall, intimidating, wearing a polo shirt and slacks. "So you're the data analyst?" Not even a hello, straight to business. "Yes, sir. I've been in the field for about 4 years." "What company?" I tell him and he nods. "Good company, stable. What are your advancement prospects?" "Dad?" Victoria interjects. "What? I'm just making conversation." Linda saves us by announcing dinner is ready. We sit in their formal dining room at a table that seats 12. The food is catered, not homemade, but absolutely delicious. Linda asks about how we met, and Victoria tells the coffee shop story we practiced. How romantic. Plan? "Dad, please." Victoria's plan? "Dad, please." Victoria's mortified. "I'm currently working on some certifications to move into data science, hopefully transition to a senior analyst role in the next year." Completely making this up on the spot. Robert seems satisfied with this answer. Initiative. Good. Too many young people just coast. Dinner continues with various questions about my family, education, hobbies. I keep it vague but honest. Linda loves that I'm close with my roommate. It's good to have friends you can count on. After dinner, Robert wants to show me his study. This is it, the intimidation conversation. Victoria mouths sorry as her dad leads me away. His study is impressive. Leather furniture, bookshelves full of business books, a desk that probably costs more than my car. "Sit," I sit. "I'm going to be direct with you." Oh no. Victoria's my only daughter, and she's dated some real losers in the past. "I understand, sir." Marcus from the club, total jackass. But his family has connections, so everyone pretended he was acceptable. Wait, he knows about Marcus? Victoria tells me you stood up for her at the gala. She was uncomfortable and I wanted to help. He studies me for a moment. "You seem like a decent guy. Normal, not flashy. Actually have a real job." "Thank you." Here's the thing. Victoria doesn't need someone rich. God knows she has access to money. She needs someone who treats her like a person, not a trophy. I nod, actually agreeing with him. "I can do that, sir." "Good, because if you hurt her, I will make your life very difficult. I have lawyers, connections, and resources you can't imagine." This is simultaneously terrifying and weirdly sweet. "I have no intention of hurting her." "Nobody ever does," he says cryptically. We shake hands and head back to where Victoria and Linda are chatting. "Everything okay?" Victoria asks nervously. "We're good," her dad says with a smile. The rest of the evening is actually pleasant. Linda shows me embarrassing photos of Victoria as a kid. "Mom, stop! Look at her with braces and that haircut." Victoria's hiding her face, but I think she looks adorable. We leave around 9 and Victoria is anxious. So what did my dad say to you? Just the standard if you hurt her, I'll destroy you speech. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's fine. Actually kind of sweet in a terrifying way. She relaxes. They liked you. I could tell. Your mom definitely liked me. Your dad tolerated me. For my dad, that's basically the same as love. We go back to her apartment, which I haven't seen yet. It's a nice 2-bedroom in a good part of town, decorated tastefully. Yeah, this is way nicer than my place. Well, yeah, but I also pay like 3 times your rent. We watch a movie on her couch and just exist together. This is what I wanted, just normal couple stuff. Thank you for tonight, she says during a quiet moment. For what? For dealing with my family, for being you. That's literally the easiest thing I've ever done. We fall asleep on the couch and wake up at 2 a.m. to her phone buzzing. It's her mom. He's wonderful, dear. Don't let this one get away. Victoria shows me the text and we both smile. Looks like you passed the test. There was a test? There's always a test. My face when I agreed to fake date a girl from an elite private club for $500 and ended up actually falling for her, meeting her intimidating parents and somehow passing their inspection. Be me. 3 months into dating Victoria and everything is going surprisingly well. We've fallen into this comfortable routine where we alternate staying at each other's places. Derek has basically adopted Victoria as his honorary roommate at this point. She brings the good snacks, he declares one evening. Victoria brought fancy cheese and crackers, which Derek is eating like a savage. Work is still boring, but bearable because I have something to look forward to after. And Victoria and I are planning a trip to Japan in the spring, which I'm excited about. Then everything gets complicated. I'm at work on a Tuesday when Victoria calls me, which is unusual because she normally just texts during the day. Hey, what's up? She sounds stressed. So remember how I said my marketing startup was doing well? Yeah? Well, it's doing too well and we just got acquired by a major tech company. That's amazing. Congratulations. Thanks, but here's the thing. They want me to relocate to their headquarters for 6 months for the transition. My stomach drops. Relocate where? Seattle. Seattle is literally across the country. Oh, I know this is terrible timing. We just started getting serious. I can hear the panic in her voice. When do you have to leave? 2 weeks? 2 weeks? We meet for dinner that night to discuss it properly. She's already been crying. I can tell from her eyes. I don't want to go, but this is huge for my career. That the payout alone would let me be financially independent from my parents. I get it, this is a big opportunity. But what about us? This is the question neither of us wants to answer. We can do long distance. People do it all the time. Even as I say it, it sounds unconvincing. For 6 months? That's a long time. We can visit each other. I have vacation days. She takes my hand across the table. Are you sure you want to do this? I would understand if you wanted to, you know? Break up? No, we just need to figure it out. We spend the rest of dinner making plans. FaceTime every day, visits once a month. Constant communication. It sounds manageable in theory. The next 2 weeks are chaos. Victoria's packing, organizing, saying goodbye to people. I help her as much as I can while trying not to think about how much I'm going to miss her. Her last night in town, we have dinner with Derek and Victoria's friends from the club. Lisa brought her new boyfriend, who's actually cool. Not pretentious at all. Amanda is between relationships and living her best life. David just got promoted and won't shut up about it, but we're happy for him. To Victoria and her big adventure, Lisa toasts. To surviving long distance, Derek adds. Everyone drinks and there's this underlying sadness despite the celebration. After dinner, it's just Victoria and me at her apartment. It's mostly empty now, boxes everywhere ready for the movers. We sit on her floor eating leftover pizza. Wow, this sucks, she says. Yeah, it really does. Promise me we'll make this work? I promise. We spend our last night together and it's bittersweet. Next morning, I drive her to the airport. Her parents are there too, which makes the goodbye even more awkward. Linda hugs me. Take care of yourself, dear. We'll see you at Christmas. Robert shakes my hand. Don't screw this up, son. I'll try my best, sir. Then it's just Victoria and me. She's crying and trying not to. 6 months is going to fly by. You're a terrible liar. We hug for probably too long. I love you, she says. First time either of us has said it out loud. I love you too. She kisses me one more time and heads through security. I watch until I can't see her anymore. Drive home feeling empty. Derek is surprisingly supportive when I get back. Bro, you guys are going to be fine. You're like disgustingly in love. Thanks, man. Now let's play video games and eat our feelings. Solid plan. The first week of long distance is actually okay. We FaceTime every night, text throughout the day, send each other random pictures. Victoria's new apartment in Seattle is nice, modern high-rise with a view of the city. Her job seems intense, but she's excited about it. Everyone here is so smart. I feel like I have to prove myself constantly. You're literally the smartest person I know. You're biased. Biased, but correct. Week 2 is harder. The time difference starts becoming an issue. Seattle is 3 hours behind, so when I'm getting ready for bed, she's just finishing work. We miss a few calls because of scheduling. Texts start getting shorter. How was your day? Good. Busy. You? Same. Talk later? It's fine. We're just adjusting. Week 3, and I'm starting to feel the distance. There's a new project at work that's stressful, and I can't fully vent to Victoria because she's dealing with her own stress. Derek notices I'm quieter than usual. You good, bro? Yeah, just miss her. Why don't you visit? It's been like a month. He's right. I book a flight for the following weekend using all my saved vacation days. Text Victoria. Surprise! Coming to visit this weekend. She responds an hour later. Really? That's amazing, but I have this huge presentation Monday, so weekend might be hectic. My excitement deflates a bit. That's okay. I can entertain myself. Are you sure? I feel bad. Positive. Yeah, just want to see you? Friday after work, I fly to Seattle. 5-hour flight, delayed because of weather, arrive exhausted at 11 p.m. Victoria picks me up from the airport looking tired. Sorry I look like death. It's been a crazy week. You look beautiful. We hug and it feels amazing to actually hold her again. Get back to her apartment and we're both too tired to do anything but sleep. Saturday morning I wake up and she's already working. I'm so sorry. I just need to finish these slides. It's cool, I'll explore the city. Spend the day wandering around Seattle alone. Pike Place Market is cool, lots of tourists and fish throwing. Grab lunch at this random Thai place that's incredible. Take photos and send them to Victoria, who responds with heart emojis, but clearly distracted. Get back to her apartment around 4 p.m. and she's still working. How much longer? A few more hours, maybe? Yet this presentation has to be perfect. I order dinner and watch Netflix in her living room while she works. We finally eat together around 8 p.m. and she's stressed. I'm sorry this weekend is a disaster. It's not a disaster, you're working hard. But you flew all this way. And I'm happy just being in the same city as you. She tears up. I don't know how to do this, balance everything. We talk for hours about the pressure she's under. Her new company has high expectations. Just can't tell anyone because they'll think I can't tell anyone because they'll think I can't handle it. You can tell me, that's what I'm here for, she cries, and I just hold her. Sunday is better. We sleep in, have breakfast at a cute cafe, walk around her neighborhood. I'm sorry about yesterday. Stop apologizing. You're dealing with a lot. I just wish we had more time. We have today. We make the most of it, visiting the Space Needle, taking touristy photos, eating good food. That night we watch a movie cuddled on her couch. I miss this, she says. Me too. Only 5 more months. It sounds like forever. Monday morning comes too fast. Victoria has to leave early for her presentation. Good luck. You're going to kill it. Thank you. Hon, I love you. Love you too? My flight isn't until evening, so I work remotely from her apartment. She texts me around 2 p.m. Presentation went great. They loved it. Told you. When she gets home, she seems relieved and energized. Thank you for coming, even if I was a terrible host. You weren't terrible, just busy. She drives me to the airport, and this goodbye is somehow harder than the first one. Next time I'll come to you, she promises. It's a deal. We kiss goodbye and I head through security. Flight home feels longer. Text Derek. Back in a few hours. He picks me up from the airport. How was it? Good, but weird. She's so busy out there. That's temporary, bro. Once she settles in, it'll get easier. I want to believe him. November hits and we've been doing long distance for 2 months. We're in a rhythm now, but it's not great. FaceTime calls are shorter because we're both tired. Texts are mostly logistics and updates. How was work? Fine. Cool. The spark is dimming and we both know it, but neither wants to acknowledge it. Then Victoria tells me she can't come home for Thanksgiving because of a major project deadline. I'm so sorry. I know we planned this. It's okay. Work comes first. But I'm disappointed and she can tell. Are you mad? No, just missing you. I miss you too, so much. I spend Thanksgiving with my family and Derek. My mom keeps asking about Victoria. She's great. I'm just busy with work. Long distance is hard, dear. Make sure you're both putting in the effort. I nod, but internally, I'm wondering if we are. Victoria FaceTimes during a dessert and meets my whole family. They love her instantly, which makes me feel better. She's lovely. Don't let her get away, my mom says after. I'm trying. December arrives and we're planning Christmas. Victoria's coming home for a full week, which I'm excited about. But the week before she's supposed to arrive, shit hits the fan. I'm scrolling through Instagram when I see a photo. It's Victoria at some work event, standing with a group of colleagues. There's a guy next to her, standing close, his hand on her back. The caption is from her coworker. Best team ever. My stomach drops. I know I'm probably being paranoid. It's just a work photo, but something about it bothers me. I screenshot it and send it to Derek. Josh, am I crazy or is this weird? He responds immediately. His hand is definitely on her back. Who is he? No idea. I don't mention it to Victoria that night on FaceTime. How was the event? Oh, it was good. Boring networking stuff. She doesn't mention the guy. Now I'm spiraling. Over the next few days, I become that person who checks her Instagram constantly. She posts a photo from a team dinner and the same guy is there. His name is tagged Brandon. Should I look at his profile, which is mostly professional photos and gym selfies? Of course he's attractive and successful. Derek catches me obsessing. Bro, you're spiraling. I'm not. You've looked at that guy's Instagram like 50 times. I'm just being informed. You're being insane. Just talk to Victoria. But I don't want to be the jealous boyfriend, so I say nothing. Victoria arrives home for Christmas and I'm determined to have a good week. I pick her up from the airport and it's amazing to see her in person. I missed you so much. Missed you more. We spend the first few days catching up and it feels like old times. Then we're at her parents' house for Christmas dinner. Everything is going well until her phone buzzes. She checks it and smiles. Work? I ask casually. Yeah, Brandon sent a funny meme about our project. There it is, confirmation he exists. Brandon? My colleague. Oh, I've mentioned him. She hasn't mentioned him even once. Oh, right, yeah. I'm trying to sound normal, but failing. Later that night at her apartment, I finally bring it up. So tell me about Brandon. She looks confused. What about him? Just curious. You guys seem to work together a lot. We're on the same team, so yeah. Is he the guy in those Instagram photos? Her expression changes. Have you been stalking my Instagram? No, I mean, I saw the photos. I look at your Instagram. And you're what, jealous? I'm not jealous. I'm definitely jealous. Brandon is just a coworker. We're friends. Friends who text memes at 9 p.m. on Christmas. She stands up frustrated. Are you seriously doing this right now? I'm home for 1 week and you're picking a fight. I'm not picking a fight. I'm trying to understand. Understand what? That I have male colleagues. That I have a life in Seattle. This is escalating fast. But you never mentioned him. Because there's nothing to mention. He's a coworker. A coworker whose hand is on your back in photos. She looks at me like I'm crazy. That was a group photo. Everyone was standing close. I know I'm being unreasonable, but I can't stop. It just seems like you have this whole life in Seattle that I'm not part of. Because you're not there. That's how long distance works. We're both yelling now. And maybe we should have discussed this better before you left. Discussed what? Whether I'm allowed to have friends? That's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? I don't have a good answer. We sit in silence for a few minutes. I'm sorry, I finally say. Are you? Because it sounds like you don't trust me. I do trust you. I miss you, and seeing you have this whole life without me is hard. Her expression softens. It's hard for me too. Do you think I like being away from you? Then why does it seem so easy for you? Easy? Nothing about this is easy. I cry myself to sleep half the time because I miss you. I didn't know that. I'm sorry, I'm being an idiot. She comes over and sits next to me. Long distance is really hard, but we have to trust each other. I know, I do trust you. Then trust that Brandon is just a friend and colleague. Okay, we hug and the fight diffuses. Rest of Christmas week is better. Like we don't talk about Brandon again. Victoria flies back to Seattle and we're back to FaceTime and texts. January is brutal. Winter is depressing. Work is stressful. And I miss Victoria constantly. We have a few more small fights over stupid stuff. She forgets to text me back for hours and I get paranoid. I have plans with Derek and she gets upset I didn't tell her sooner. We're turning into one of those couples, Derek observes one night. But what couples? The ones who fight about nothing because the real problem is the distance. He's not wrong. February comes and Victoria drops a bomb. So the company wants to extend my contract another 3 months. My heart sinks. I thought it was 6 months total. It was, but they're so happy with my work they want me to stay through the next product launch. And you said yes? She's quiet.
I haven't decided yet.
When do you need to decide? By the end of the week? I don't know what to say. 3 more months means she won't be back until June. That's 9 months total. What do you want to do? I ask. I don't know. Career-wise, it makes sense. But personal life-wise, she trails off. We talk for hours about pros and cons. The opportunity is incredible for her career. The money is great. But 9 months of long distance is brutal. I'll support whatever you decide, I tell her. Gee, even if it means 3 more months apart? Yes, I'm lying and we both know it. She decides to extend the contract. This is going to set up my entire career. I can't turn it down. I understand, but I'm devastated. March hits and I'm in a rut. Work is boring, long distance is exhausting, winter won't end. Derek forces me to go out with him and some friends. We end up at this bar downtown and I'm not in the mood. Bro, you need to get out of your head, Derek insists. Bitch, we're at the bar when I see someone familiar. It's Marcus, Victoria's creepy ex-club admirer. He sees me and walks over. Well, the fake boyfriend. I'm immediately on edge. It's not fake, we're dating. Oh, really? Then why is she in Seattle making new friends? How does he know she's in Seattle? She's working there temporarily. Right, temporarily, he says with a smirk. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, just that long distance rarely works. He just ran into Marcus, he's still an ass. We leave the bar and I'm fuming. Text Victoria, just ran into Marcus, he's still an ass. She responds an hour later, ugh, sorry, he's the worst. He implied you're moving on in Seattle. That's ridiculous, don't listen to him. But the seed of doubt is planted. Over the next few weeks, my paranoia grows. But Victoria posts a photo from a hiking trip with coworkers. Brandon is in the photo. Another photo from a team happy hour. Brandon again. A group shot at someone's birthday party. Brandon front and center. I don't say anything, but it's eating at me. Then one night in April, Victoria calls me crying. What's wrong? I don't think I can do this anymore. My heart stops. Do what? This, long distance, pretending everything is fine when it's not. I don't know what to say. We barely talk anymore. But when we do talk, we fight. I feel like we're strangers. She's not wrong. What are you saying? She's silent for a long time. I don't know. I just know this isn't working. Do you want to break up? No, I don't know. Maybe. This is the worst conversation I've ever had. Victoria, do you have feelings for someone else? What? No. Brandon? She sighs heavily. Brandon and I are friends, that's it. But you spend more time with him than me, because I work with him. You're being ridiculous. Am I? Because from here it looks like you have a whole new life that I'm not part of. That's not fair. What's not fair is you extending your contract without really considering us. I did consider us. Did you? Because it seems like your career is more important. That's not true, we're both yelling through tears. Maybe we should take a break, she says. The words hang in the air. A break or a breakup? I don't know, and I just need time to figure out what I want. Fine. I hang up and immediately regret it. Spend the next hour staring at my phone waiting for her to call back. She doesn't. Text Derek. I think Victoria and I just broke up. He comes to my room immediately. What happened? I tell him everything. Bro, she's stressed and overwhelmed. You both are. She wants to take a break. That doesn't mean it's over. Give her space. I don't want to give her space. I want to fix this, but maybe he's right. And the next few days are torture. Victoria and I don't talk at all. I keep checking her Instagram, but she hasn't posted anything. Work is impossible to focus on. My boss asks if I'm okay and I lie. Just tired. Derek tries to cheer me up with video games and bad movies. Doesn't help. 1 week passes, then 2. Still no word from Victoria. I'm about to text her when my phone rings. It's Robert, Victoria's dad. Oh shit. Hello, sir? Son? Bitch, we need to talk. That feeling when you've been in a happy relationship that slowly falls apart due to distance, miscommunication, and fear of losing each other to the circumstances pulling you apart. Be me. Sitting on my couch having an existential crisis when Victoria's dad calls out of nowhere. Son, we need to talk. This can only mean disaster. Yes, sir. Linda told me you and Victoria haven't spoken in 2 weeks. Of course her mom is monitoring the situation. We're on a break, sir. A break is bullshit. You're either together or you're not. I kind of respect his directness. It's complicated. Everything is complicated if you let it be. Let me ask you something. Do you love my daughter? Yes, sir, absolutely. Does she love you? I think so. You think so? Son, either you know or you don't. He's right. She loves me. Then why are you both being idiots? Fair question. I explain the whole situation. The long-distance stress, the jealousy about Brandon, the fights, everything. He listens without interrupting. All right, here's what's going to happen. Victoria's contract ends in 2 months. She extended it to 3 more. She's coming home early. What? Linda and I talked her into it. This job is great, but it's killing her. She's miserable. I didn't know she was miserable. She didn't tell me that. Because you both stopped actually talking to each other. Now here's my advice, and I'm only going to say this once. I grab a pen like I'm taking notes. Long distance is a test. Not a test of love, but a test of communication. Yet you both failed that test. Harsh but accurate. Now you have 2 months to figure out if you want to try again when she gets back, or you can give up like a coward. I don't want to give up, sir. Good. Then call my daughter and have an actual conversation. No yelling, no accusations, just honesty. Yes, sir. And son, that Brandon kid is gay. Has a boyfriend named Tyler. Victoria told us about him. My entire world shifts. He's gay? As a rainbow parade. So all that jealousy was for nothing. I feel like the world's biggest idiot. Oh my God. Yeah, now fix this. He hangs up and I'm sitting there processing everything. Brandon is gay. Victoria is miserable. I've been a complete ass. I call her immediately and she answers on the first ring. Hi. Hi. Awkward silence. Your dad just called me. Oh God, what did he say? That we're both idiots and I should call you. She laughs, and it's the first time I've heard her laugh in months. He's not wrong. Can we talk? Like actually talk? Yes, please. We FaceTime and she looks tired but beautiful. I'm sorry for everything, I start. No, I'm sorry. I should have communicated better. I should have trusted you more. I should have told you about Brandon's boyfriend, Tyler. Your dad mentioned that. I feel like such an idiot. You are an idiot, but you're my idiot. We spend 3 hours on FaceTime just talking, honestly. Yet if I just focused on work, everything else would fall into place. I thought if I just focused on work, everything else would sort itself out. That's not how relationships work. I know that now. I admit I let my insecurities take over and pushed her away. I was so scared of losing you that I kind of made it happen. You didn't lose me. I was just lost. That's deep. I've been in therapy, she laughs. We talk about her coming home early. I told the company I need to leave by the end of May. They weren't happy, but understood. What about your career? I'll figure it out. I got great experience and connections. Plus, I realized I don't want to sacrifice my personal life for work. Your dad would be proud of that character development. We laugh, and it feels like old times. Can we start over? Not completely, but reset? I'd like that. Over the next 6 weeks, we actually work on our relationship. Daily FaceTime calls where we actually talk about our feelings. No more surface-level how was work conversations. We do virtual date nights where we watch movies together on video call, send each other care packages with random gifts and snacks. Victoria starts telling me about her life in Seattle properly. I meet Brandon via FaceTime and he's hilarious. So you're the jealous boyfriend I've heard so much about. In my defense, nobody told me you were gay. I thought it was obvious. I literally showed up to work in a rainbow shirt for Pride. See, that would have been helpful information, I say to Victoria. She's laughing so hard she's crying. Tyler, Brandon's boyfriend, joins the call and he's equally great. Victoria talks about you constantly. She's doing handoff meetings, goodbye. She's doing handoff meetings, goodbye dinners, packing up her apartment, sends me photos of all the places she's going to miss. Seattle is beautiful, but it's not home. What's home? Wherever you are. That was really cheesy, sorry. I loved it. Her last day at the company, they throw her a big goodbye party. She FaceTimes me from it and everyone is super nice. Brandon makes a speech about how she transformed their team. I'm proud of her, but also relieved she's coming home. The day she flies back, I'm at the airport 2 hours early. Derek came with me for moral support. Bro, you're pacing. I'm nervous. Why? You guys worked it out. What if it's weird in person? Then it's weird. You'll figure it out. Her flight lands and I'm anxiously watching the arrivals gate. Then I see her. And she looks different somehow, more confident, more herself. Our eyes meet and she runs. We hug and I lift her up and spin her around like a scene from a movie. I missed you so much. Missed you more. Derek is taking photos like a proud parent. Drive back to the city and Victoria is talking nonstop about her plans. I have a few job interviews lined up. At the Seattle company gave me amazing references. That's great. One of them is at a startup here that's doing really cool work. She's excited and it's infectious. We drop Derek at our apartment and he gives Victoria a huge hug. Welcome home, we missed your fancy snacks. Victoria laughs. I brought some back. I knew there was a reason I liked you. Victoria and I go to her parents' house because her stuff from Seattle is being delivered there. Linda cries when she sees her. Joe, my baby is home. Mom, I was only gone 9 months. That's 3/4 of a year. Robert gives her a bear hug. Proud of you, kid, for going and for knowing when to come back. We have dinner with her parents and it's nice. They ask about my work and I tell them about the promotion I got last month. Senior analyst now, finally. That's wonderful, dear. We knew you'd do well, Linda says. Robert nods approvingly. So after dinner, Victoria and I go to her old apartment, which she's moving back into. It's empty except for some furniture. We sit on the floor with takeout Chinese food. This feels full circle, she says. Good full circle or bad full circle? Good, definitely good. So what happens now? She takes a fortune cookie and cracks it open. Mine says new beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. That's weirdly relevant, I open mine. Pleasant surprise is waiting for you. What do you think that means? Victoria pulls out a small box from her purse. Well, I got you a gift. I open it and it's a key. Is this? A key to my apartment. I know we're rebuilding and it's soon, but I want you to have it. Are you asking me to move in? Not yet, but I'm asking you to know you always have a place here. I kiss her. I got you something too. I pull out an envelope. Inside are 2 plane tickets to Japan for September.
Jet, you remembered our trip plan.
Of course I did. I've been saving for months. She tackles me with a hug and we fall over laughing. The next few weeks are about readjusting to being in the same city. Victoria gets a job offer from the startup and it's actually perfect for her. Better work-life balance, cool projects, and only 20 minutes from you. That last part was a factor. The deciding factor. We fall back into our routine, but it's better now. They have weekly dinners with her friends from the club. Marcus shows up to one event and tries to talk to Victoria. I heard you're back from Seattle. Yep. You know, I'm single now if you ever want to grab coffee. I watch Victoria's face turn ice cold. Marcus, I'm going to say this once. I'm not interested. I've never been interested. Stop asking. You don't have to be rude. I've been polite for years and you didn't listen. Now I'm being rude. Leave me alone. She grabs my hand and we walk away. Oh, that felt amazing, she says. You're a badass. I learned that in Seattle. Also, therapy. How's therapy going? Really good, actually. I'm learning to set boundaries and communicate better. I should probably go to therapy too. Everyone should go to therapy. We both start therapy separately, which helps our relationship. I learn about my fear of abandonment stemming from my parents' divorce when I was a kid. Explains a lot about the jealousy issues. But Victoria learns about her tendency to avoid conflict by overworking. We share what we're learning and it makes us stronger. July comes and we're at the club's summer gala. This time I'm not the fake boyfriend, I'm just her boyfriend. We run into Trevor and Jessica from last year. You two are still together. That's amazing, Jessica says. Barely made it, but yeah, I joke. Long distance is brutal. My sister tried it and lasted 2 months, Trevor adds. We did 9 months, Victoria says. How'd you survive? We look at each other. Honestly, we almost didn't, but we learned to actually communicate. And therapy. Lots of therapy, I add. Everyone laughs. Lisa shows up with her boyfriend, who she's now engaged to. That was fast, Victoria says. When you know, you know. Plus, we're not getting any younger. Amanda is there with a new girlfriend. Wait, you're dating women now? I'm bi, Victoria accuses. I wanted to make sure, Victoria accuses. I wanted to make sure he could handle the club crowd first. We all end up at the same table having the best time. Later that night, Victoria and I dance and she's smiling. What? Just thinking about last year, how nervous you were. I was terrified. You did great though. You fooled everyone. I wasn't fooling by the end of that night. Me neither. We kiss on the dance floor. I love you, she says. Love you too. Even when I'm a workaholic who doesn't communicate? Even then. And I hope you love me even when I'm an insecure, jealous mess. Especially then. August is chill. We spend a lot of time just being together. Movie nights, cooking experiments, lazy Sundays. Derek announces he's moving in with his girlfriend. What? Oh, since when do you have a girlfriend? 3 months. I didn't want to jinx it. I'm happy for you, man. Thanks, bro. So you're going to need a new roommate. Actually, Victoria starts. Oh no, she's using her serious voice. I was thinking maybe you could move in with me. I look at Derek, who's grinning. For real? For real, if you want to. I definitely want to, Derek cheers. Finally, I've been waiting for this. You knew? She asked my permission first, and I said only if I'm the best man at your wedding. Nobody's getting married, we say in unison. Yet, Derek adds. September comes and we're at the airport heading to Japan. 2 weeks of exploring Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, eating incredible food, visiting temples, taking a million photos. One night we're in this tiny ramen shop in Tokyo. This might be the best ramen I've ever had. Everything in Japan is amazing. I'm glad we waited to do this trip together. Me too. It would have been sad doing it alone. We're walking back to our hotel through the neon streets of Shibuya. You know what's crazy? I say. What? A year ago I was a random guy in a coffee shop and now I'm in Tokyo with you. Fate. Or desperation. I laugh. Hey, I was desperate for a fake boyfriend, not a real one. The real one was a bonus. Best bonus ever. We get back to the hotel and I'm exhausted but happy. Victoria's looking at photos from the day on her phone. I'm posting this one. It's us in front of a temple, looking genuinely happy. Your Instagram followers are gonna love that. I have 20,000 now. That fall video haunts me forever. You're basically an influencer. Shut up. Last night in Japan, we're at this rooftop bar overlooking the city. Tokyo is lit up like something from a sci-fi movie. I could stay here forever, Victoria says. We'd have to learn Japanese. Worth it. We talk about our future plans. Jaded Victoria's startup is doing well and she might get promoted soon. My job is stable and I'm actually enjoying it more. Where do you see us in 5 years? She asks. Probably still figuring things out, but together? That's refreshingly honest. I learn from the best. We fly home and real life resumes, but it's good. Moving in together is easier than expected. We've already spent so much time at each other's places, it just makes sense. Derek helps us move my stuff. This is it, man. An end of an era. We'll still hang out all the time. Yeah, but it's different. You're a grown-up now. I'm literally 3 months older than you. Emotionally, though, you've matured, Victoria laughs. He's not wrong. We have a housewarming party with all our friends. Lisa and her fiancé bring expensive wine. Amanda and her girlfriend bring a plant that will definitely kill. David and his boyfriend bring a cookbook. Derek brings beer and video games. And Victoria and I are cleaning up. Today was a surprise. We couldn't miss this. It's chaotic and perfect. Later that night when everyone's gone, Victoria and I are cleaning up. Today was fun. Yeah, it was. I'm really glad we didn't give up. Me too. Even when it was hard, especially when it was hard, that's when it mattered most. She kisses me. You've gotten wise in your old age. I'm 27. Ancient. We finish cleaning and collapse on the couch. What should we watch? Something mindless. We end up watching a reality show and making fun of it. This is what I wanted all along, just normal life together. November comes and it's our 1-year anniversary of the fake dating gala. Victoria plans a surprise. She takes me back to the country club for another gala. Is this going to be weird? Trust me. We walk in and everyone's there. Lisa, Amanda, David, Derek, even Brandon and Tyler flew in again. Yeah, what's happening? Victoria pulls me onto the dance floor. 1 year ago, you pretended to be my boyfriend for $500. Everyone's watching now. And you ended up being the best real boyfriend I could ask for. She pulls out a small box. Oh my God. Victoria, what are you doing? Something insane. I'm not proposing, don't worry. She opens the box, and it's a key. This is a key to my heart, which sounds cheesy, but I had it made special. It's an ornate vintage key on a chain. Yes, if you'd asked me a year ago if I'd find my person at a coffee shop while desperately hiring a fake boyfriend, I would have said no way. Everyone's laughing. But life is weird and wonderful, and I'm so glad I asked you that random Thursday. I pull out my own box. Well, since we're doing the cheesy thing, inside is a matching key on a chain. I had the same idea. Of course you did. We exchange keys and everyone applauds. Marcus is in the corner looking miserable. And I wave at him and he leaves. The rest of the night is perfect. Dancing, laughing, drinking expensive champagne. Victoria's parents show up as a surprise. Linda is crying happy tears. You two are so precious. Robert shakes my hand. You passed the test, son. What test? All of them. Later that night, we're back at our apartment. That was incredible, I say. I know, right? I can't believe I pulled it off. You're very sneaky. I learned from dating a data analyst who tracks everything. Fair point. We're lying in bed and she turns to me. You know what I realized? What? I thought I was testing you that first night to see if you could help me with Marcus. And? But really I was testing myself to see if I could be vulnerable, if I could let someone in. Did you pass? We both did, I kiss her. So what's next for us? More adventures. There are probably some fights, definitely more growth. Sounds perfect. It does, doesn't it? We fall asleep and I'm thinking about how one random Thursday in a coffee shop changed everything. Sometimes the best things in life start with someone asking a weird favor. Sometimes taking a risk on a stranger leads to finding home. Sometimes the test isn't whether you're good enough for someone, but whether you're brave enough to try. Derek texts at 2 a.m. I know you're awake. Stop being gross, I text back. Go to sleep. You go to sleep. I'm trying, but my girlfriend keeps stealing the blankets. Whipped. Absolutely, Victoria stirs. Who are you texting? Derek being Derek. Tell him we say goodnight. I do, and he responds with a heart emoji. Put my phone down and pull Victoria close. She fits perfectly. Love you, she mumbles sleepily. Love you too. Think about everything that happened this year. The fake dating, the long distance, the almost breakup, the reconciliation. Wouldn't change any of it. Even the hard parts made us stronger. Especially the hard parts. Drift off to sleep thinking about Japan, our friends, our future. Whatever comes next, we'll figure it out together, and that's all that matters. My face when I agreed to fake date a girl from an elite private club for $500, and it turned into the most real, tested, and hard-won relationship of my life. That feeling when you realize the best things aren't easy. They're earned through honesty, communication, therapy, patience, and choosing each other every single day, even when it's difficult.
Thursday night, just another coffee run. She walks in looking like money and confidence. I need a fake boyfriend, she says, just for one night. 500 cash to play pretend it's a rich people event. I'm thinking about my rent, my broke ass bank account. Said yes before my brain could work it out. Showed up in my only suit, tried not to look like I didn't belong. But something shifted when she took my hand. This transaction started feeling wrong. We were faking it. Now I can't tell what's real anymore. Started out with $500, ended up with so much more. Fake boyfriend turned to real feelings. Couldn't plan this if I tried. Shared away dreams in the ballroom. Her ex won't leave her alone. I played the part, held her close, felt like coming home. Months go by, we're actually dating, but see, can't call in her name. 9 months of distance, jealousy, late night phone fights almost threw away this beautiful thing. Long distance is a test, communication is the key. We almost failed the assignment, but baby, we got a degree. We were faking it. Now I can't tell what's real anymore. Started out with $500, ended up with so much more. Fake boyfriend turned to real forever. Best investment of my life. Sometimes the universe puts someone in your path disguised as a business transaction, but really it's fate saying, pay attention to this beautiful distraction. promise no regret.